Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah if you're new here. Today we're back in the closet and we're going to be talking all things fashion, specifically fall fashion and all of the trends that we're seeing. So we're going to be talking about what those trends are today and how you can style it or how you can go ahead and find that within your own closet. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to stick around and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I feel like this year went by so fast, so the fact that we're talking about fall trends is just crazy to me because I feel like I didn't even really get to enjoy summer at all, so here we are. So the first trend that I want to discuss is the cinched blazer. This is probably one of my favorites because I am definitely a blazer girl. I love wearing blazers over dresses, with skirts, jeans, obviously, trousers. I feel like they're just so versatile, and especially in the fall time when it's not too cold yet, you can get away with just wearing a blazer out and about. And obviously some fall days it is still very hot depending on where you live, and so I feel like it's a good balance between wearing something that will give you coverage but also won't be overheating you throughout the entire day if you have to wear it all day long, say at an office or for your job. We're seeing a lot of the more fitted silhouettes. I think in the past we've seen a lot of oversized blazers, a lot of baggy jeans, and I still really like that style and I still think that it's relevant. But now we're seeing designers kind of shift towards this more fitted and tailored look, which I am loving. And I never really strayed away from that in the beginning because I think it is important to have balance, right? You don't always want to just be wearing baggy clothes. You don't always want to be wearing fitted stuff. And so it also depends on like the time of the month and whether or not your body's really feeling it. So I think that this is a really cool concept, but we're going to be seeing it implemented a lot in our everyday wardrobe. I don't think that you necessarily have to go out there and buy a cinched blazer this season. I think that you can do away with what you have, and then you can also incorporate belts, like waist belts, really make it more of a makeshift cinched in blazer. I think that those looks are really cool and something that I have been kind of experimenting with and doing myself. I do think it'll work better with less boxier, less oversized blazers, obviously, but I think it would also really look nice too if you've got like a really wide waist belt. Then I think it could really do well without bunching too much. So those are some of my recommendations. If you are shopping your closet first, try to see what you can find. Otherwise, there are so many great options out there to find something that is a little bit on the newer market and of course going to be matched within that cinched silhouette. Is one that I would say you can pass on spending a lot of money on. Right, so we've been seeing this for the last year or so, I think, and that is the flat. The square toe flat more specifically, I think is going to be more of a trend that we see this fall. I think we've been doing away with a lot of the ballerina flats, so just very rounded, very almond shaped. I think with square toe flats you can definitely do a lot with it. So obviously with jeans, skirts, mini skirts, long skirts, you could do trousers, you could do a lot of different varieties, and I think it would be worth the investment to try to find a really good high quality flat, especially if you walk a lot or maybe you just want an everyday go-to shoe. I think the square toe flat is versatile enough that will get you through the fall into maybe early winter, depending on where you live, obviously. I think it could be a really great everyday shoe instead of going for, I don't know, like what do people wear to the office nowadays, like heels or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a really good go-to shoe without having to be too casual, and then also not having to be so dressed up that you're wearing heels every single day or you have to change into your heels when you get to the office type of thing. So I think that it would be worth the investment, which I'll leave some recommendations and links down below for you guys to check out. Next up on the list is suede, and I don't think that's really groundbreaking. I think suede definitely comes around every single year, every season, maybe more or less depending on the year. But for me, suede is definitely a staple in my wardrobe. I love suede jackets, suede bags, suede shoes, even though they're such a pain to keep clean. But I will say that they just give this added luxury effect, and it's also very effortless the way that some people style it. And so I think that would be the key to whatever suede item that you're going to get. So you could definitely thrift this. I've been seeing a lot of really high-end suede bags, which I think would be worth the money. You could obviously keep that into your wardrobe for a very long time. However, if you're not looking to do investment pieces, I would say you could just go to the thrifts or the consignment and find a really nice suede jacket or a suede bag and you could get a good bang for your buck. But I am loving this trend, and I think that we'll see a lot more of it. And with fall being such a limited season, I would say find something that you can wear the majority of the time. So like everyday bag, everyday jacket type of deal. Sort of the same thing with the square-toed flats that we just talked about. Again, I will try to link some suede items like off Poshmark or the Real and all of that for you guys to browse through down below and on the Shop My app, because I think that there's so many great options out there. And obviously you have to be very careful with some of the items that you're purchasing secondhand, because suede is a very high maintenance type of fabric. So there's staining, it's going to be a little bit harder to get rid of. But I think if you find like a really cool piece and it's a little bit worn in, it still looks really effortless and really cool. All right, this next trend, I love this trend. It's denim on denim. We're seeing a ton of that come back for whatever reason. There's this whole cowboy western boho type of look that is making its way and recycling back, and I think it's really cool the way that it's an elevated version of it. And this whole denim on denim has definitely been brought back in honor of that. And I think that denim on denim is kind of a classic silhouette, and it's very timeless, and if you do it right, it will look amazing. It's something that you can definitely just look in your closet and achieve by using what you have. I am not really a big denim shirt girl, but I find myself really only wearing those when I'm wearing denim. So I don't really pair my denim tops with, say, like a mini skirt or something. I don't know, it's just not, it doesn't feel right to me. And so if you find the right shades of denim, jean denim and also top denims, I think just pairing the two together looks so cool. I don't think you have to have it look exactly the same or match, because then at that point you might as well just get a jumpsuit. But I don't think that obviously a dark denim top with light denim jeans is going to look good. So I think as long as they're tonally in the same family, you could definitely get away with making it look very chic and accessorizing it and making it look really seamless and very intentional. So that's something that I like about the Canadian tuxedo, is the fact that you really do have to put a little bit of thought into it, and it looks so cool after the fact. So I'll show you guys some examples. Definitely link some similar items that I have in my closet down below. Okay, this next trend I actually love because it's a color trend, and butter yellow is definitely the new thing right now. Obviously there's other colors we could talk about, but I want to specifically focus on butter yellow because it's such an understated color. I think most of the time people don't think of yellow as being a great color to wear, but I beg to differ. I think that yellow is so classy and very elegant. It's very soft, but you can also darken it up and give it a little bit of edge with some darker undertones like browns, some deep reds, maroons, things like that, and it will still look beautiful. So I think it's an understated color for sure. I hope to see it a lot more this fall in our jackets especially, and our accessories. I absolutely love, love, love. But I don't think it's something you should necessarily go out and actively seek unless, again, it's a investment piece such as a nice handbag or like a nice pair of shoes. But I really don't think it is necessary to go out and invest in. Next trend I want to talk about are the bag charms. I have been seeing them everywhere and people get so creative with it. I think it's really fun to see personalities come out with how people add charms or ribbons or whatever accessory to their bags. This is something I have not yet done. I've done like a little bit of zhuzhing to some of my everyday bags, but I haven't found the right everyday bag yet. So I am definitely going to be making some investments, I think, for my everyday handbag, and then of course just adding on little trinkets here and there. So I definitely don't think it's something you have to really invest in. Obviously bag charms, you know, you can find them at really low prices anyways, so it's just something that's kind of fun and cutesy to be a part of if that is your jam. But I just had to give it an honorable mention because I've been seeing it so much, and we're definitely not going to be seeing it going away. So yeah, I'll leave some ideas for you guys up here, and then also some places where you can get some bag charms, because obviously you could just go to like Claire's and buy a bunch of random stuff, but if you want it really personalized, I think it'd be cool to check out some of these sites. Next up is the big chunky jewelry trend. I think we've been kind of getting away from the dainty, really minimalist, clean girl aesthetic to really adding some maximalism into our wardrobes, and that does not exclude jewelry. So for sure I've been seeing these really big chunky like rings like this one here. I'm seeing a ton of bangles. I've been seeing a ton of huge chunky earrings and like even ear cuffs. So I really like this because I think it really elevates an outfit without having to do too much, and that is something that we strive for, is just having this effortless, really well calculated but very effortless look. Do I think you really have to invest? No, unless that's really something that you enjoy doing, going and investing in jewelry, sure, but I think you could get away with just going to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and finding pieces like this. This is where I got mine from. I got this one from TJ Maxx and it was 13 bucks and it doesn't tarnish, so of course like that's probably the number one factor, is as long as it doesn't tarnish over time, then you're probably okay. But I wouldn't spend, you know, $300 on a big chunky ring, because who knows if you'll be even wearing it next year. So yeah, but unless jewelry is really your thing, sure. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this and you like talking about trends or seeing what's trending, let me know and I can make a part 2. Despite all of that, just know that wear whatever makes your heart happy. Have style, you don't have to be wearing what's trending, obviously. I think it's just fun to analyze what's hot right now and to see how that progression goes into play for the next year and like the years to follow. I think that's the main goal here, is to implement trends and what's trending currently, but making it last longer than just for that current cycle and moment. Obviously, you see a lot of people looking back 10 years ago and like 2014 and thinking, wow, what the hell was I wearing? But in reality, it was definitely the trend. I hope that in 10 years, when it's 2034, we look back and we can say, wow, that was actually a really cool outfit. It was with the times, but it still looks timeless. Like you could still wear it today. I think with cycles and trends, we're so in the moment and it's so fast paced that sometimes we're not even conscious of what we're wearing. At least I am, but I've just, like, I've seen it time and time again on social media where something's just so trendy and people just fall into that trap of buying everything trendy, and then once that whole cycle has shifted, it's the downfall is completely insane. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I absolutely enjoy making these videos, so if you like it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the links below so that way you can get some more outfit ideas and connect with me on Instagram.